Okay, folks, today I want to do a little demonstration on why you need to stop using VLOOKUP. Okay, the thing about Excel is that as you advanced ahead with the use of it, okay, you try to advance your formulas well a bit because you start dealing with large data sets and you need to start working on how best you can also get the correct results. Okay, VLOOKUP to me is one of the formulas that most people you do use, but for me I feel like it's high time we stop using it. There are other advanced ones that's also doing very well, like the index match, where you have to combine index and match, and also the XLOOKUP. Okay, so I'm going to do a little demonstration and give you an understanding why you need to stop using VLOOKUP and focus more on index match and XLOOKUP. Okay, so basically let me just start with everything so you can better understand. So let's just say that this is the data set that we have. Okay, and we want to return this information here. Let me just bring it down here. So we want to return the cells for each of these ID numbers. Okay, let's use VLOOKUP. In this scenario, VLOOKUP will work because the lookup array, okay, which is this particular one you are seeing, is on the left hand side of this information that we want to return. Okay, so this VLOOKUP will work in this instant. Okay, so let me just do something so you can appreciate what I'm talking about. Okay, so VLOOKUP, you say the lookup value is this particular one here. The table array is this entire table. Let me just add the $ by pressing F4 so that it makes it absolute, so that it holds the table constant. Okay, yeah. So the column index, we want to return cells, so the column index will be column number 3, which is this particular one here. Okay, we want to return the exact, or the appropriate match. Okay, so true. Okay, so let's close this one here. So you could see that 1239 had 1951, and this particular one too is having this. We'll be having that. Let me just use the fill handler. Let me double click, and you can see that you are returning the same result in here. Okay, but now let's go to this particular one here, where the ID number is on the right hand side, okay, of the amount of the cell you want to return. So let me bring this one right here again, and let me try to use VLOOKUP to search for this particular result you want to return here. Okay, so it says the lookup value. Okay, this particular one here, table or the array. Okay, column index, we want to return column B. Okay, which is 2, column 2. Okay, because that's the second in that table array. Okay, and it says you want to return what appropriate match. Okay, yeah, true. Let me press enter. You can see that you are getting not available error, and that is because the lookup array is on the right hand side of the return value, which is the amount. So the best we can do is use the index match. Okay, where you combine index and match to return the results that we want to return. So the array will be the table, the entire table, the row number, sorry, then you bring match. Okay, so the lookup value will be this particular one here. The lookup array, okay, will be this particular information we have in here, because that it should correspond to, the lookup value content should correspond to the lookup array. Okay, so let's do that. Let's hold that constant or absolute by applying the dollar symbol to each of them by pressing the F4. Once you press F4, the $ actually affects I mean this the row and the column as well. Okay, numbers. So we want an exact match 0, so we can close this particular one. Okay, and the column we want to retain, sorry, we want to retain column number 2, that's B. Okay, let me press enter. As you can see here, 1 2 3 9 is returning 1951. Okay, if I'm to change this one to 1240, automatically it will give me the result for 1240. Okay, let me just undo that. So you see that the VLOOKUP couldn't solve this particular problem that we had here, but INDEXMATCH was able to help us. So I understand you are beginning. I feel like you are beginning to understand why I'm asking you to ignore or avoid using VLOOKUP. So let's see what XLOOKUP also can do in this situation. So let's bring these ones here. Let me just paste it here. So let me use XLOOKUP. So the lookup value again is this particular one we are seeing here. I feel the XLOOKUP is quite easier compared to the index match. Okay, so for some of you who feel like combining the index and match will be a particular problem to you, you can just resort to the XLOOKUP. That's if you want to be on the safer side. Personally, for myself, I enjoy using index match more than any of the two. I mean, VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. So now this is the lookup value and the lookup array. Okay, the lookup array is what we are seeing here. The return value, and this one is asking us for the return array. So the return array is we want to return this amount. Okay, and it's saying that if not found, what should we do? Let's just use two inverted commas to say that if the result we're looking for is not found, just put nothing there. And that's the way to express nothing in Excel. Okay, where you bring two inverted commas. Exact match. Okay, you want the exact match, and search first to last. Okay, that's how you want it to be, first to last. Okay, so now let's press enter. You see that it's returning the same result that I mean the correct result. So once I change this one to, let me say 1240, automatically it updates as well. Okay, to the same result that 1240 had. Okay, so this is something small I want to share with you today, and I feel like it's high time you stop using VLOOKUP. Okay, try as much as possible to learn the more advanced formulas, because as time goes on in life you'll be dealing with more data sets, and the best you can do for yourself is to learn ahead of time. So thank you, and I hope this video will help you to better understand some of these things and apply them to real life. Okay, thank you, bye.